Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is the follow-up to the massively successful and praised Guardians of the Galaxy. The bar is set very high, but does it live up to the hype? Let's dive into the positives. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 focuses very much on character development. They give so many layers to all the main and supporting characters, which is really refreshing. A lot of time is spent on doing this, which some people might not enjoy, but I personally did. It gives much more meaning to the character motivations and what they do. One of the main standout characters in this film was actually Yandu, which was really great to see, because I love that character and I loved him in the first one as well, and they really take their time to develop that character. The movie explores very emotional family ties, which is a really big part of this film, and it's a big theme. And if that's not your thing, then this movie is also visually very beautiful. It was shot very well, especially the first action scene, and they really fixed some of the problems that they had in the first one. And the CGI has improved very much over the first film. They used a lot of CGI in this, but it looked so much better, especially Rocket. Volume 2 feels very different compared to the first one. There's more downtime with the characters and it's not constantly moving to new locations. While I quite enjoyed this, many people might not. But also the comedy is a very big part of this movie. They're more free to do what they want, they're more free to say what they want, and that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. And that brings me to my negatives. The jokes just don't work that well in this movie as it did in the first one. They give many jokes to Drax, who was hilarious in the first film in my opinion, but here it's just not that subtle. It's just mostly him bursting out laughing at something, and it's just not as good as he was in the first one. But he did have some great lines that really got me laughing out loud. But overall, some of the comedy hits and some misses, and just misses more often than the first one did. Sometimes the action scenes seemed very video game-ish. I mean, the CGI was beautiful, it's visually beautiful, it's shot very well, but especially in the third act it looked just like a video game. Also, the narrative is a bit disjointed. There doesn't seem to be a real connection to other places or other people, and it just kinda jumps around these different locations. But overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a very fun, very energetic, visually stunning film with great amounts of character development, which I found really interesting. But it did have some problems, especially with the comedy and the narrative. So that's why I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, that was my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's not the perfect movie, it's not even the best Marvel movie, it's not the best Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but I really did enjoy it. If you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, do you agree on my points? Do you disagree? I'd love to know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.